Welcome back to Sawtooth Tactical. I just got back from a trip with my daughter up north and I just had to make a video for you guys. So welcome to our first top 5 video. This one is going to be the top 5 guns that everyone should own. And I truly believe this. A lot of people, one firearm might be enough for them. Obviously, it's not for me. And I know it's not for a lot of you. So I'm going to go over what I think are the top 5 guns that everyone should own. But first, I want to thank everyone that subscribed to the channel, everyone that has liked my videos, shared them, and especially every one of you that comments on them. I appreciate you all so much. Everything you need and everything you want. Ooh, I love this pistol. So there are a lot of reasons to own guns. Concealed carry, home defense, shit hits the fan, everything that the Second Amendment stands for. But one of the reasons to own a gun is just for the joy of shooting. And for that reason, the 1911 is number 5 on my list. John Moses Browning's classic design from over 100 years ago is just that. It's absolutely classic. And not just classic, but it's classy. That right there is a beautiful pistol. And whether you want to get something that's a $1,400 1911 or a $700 1911, as long as you get a classic one made in America that's reliable, you're gonna love it. There is nothing, and I do mean this, there is almost nothing more enjoyable to shoot than a 1911. 45 ACP, 5-inch barrel, all steel construction. It's a heavy gun and it's got a low capacity, but it's just a joy to shoot. For one thing, they're just beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful guns. They feel amazing in your hand. The recoil of a 45 with a big steel gun really isn't all that bad, and they're accurate. You have an amazing trigger with the 1911. And if your 1911 doesn't have an amazing trigger, get a different 1911. But that's one of the great things about it. Single action, you have this just incredible trigger that doesn't do anything except for drop the hammer. It's a hammer-fired gun, all steel, kind of everything that the modern striker-fired polymer gun isn't. And it's just so easy to shoot one of these well. It just makes you feel good. And so I believe that literally everyone, if you're a gun guy at all or a gun gal, you should own a 1911. These things just make you feel good. Number 4 on the list is an AK. AK-47, AK-74, AKM, whatever variant. Get yourself an AK. And I know there are a lot of good American-made AKs coming out these days, but I recommend an imported Comblock AK. This one right here, this is a Wasser 1063, 1967, all numbers matching, made in Romania. That's what an AK should be. It might not be the most accurate rifle. It might not be the most, you can't do nearly as many things to it as you can with like an AR or something. But this is the most popular rifle in the world, and for good reason. It's extremely simple, long stroke, piston driven design. It is as accurate as most of you are going to be. It's as accurate as I can be. As long as you have your sights zeroed, this thing will do you just fine. And it's going to be reliable, extremely reliable. There are not a lot of things to go wrong in an AK. It's just one of those weapons designs that has stood the test of time. 1947. You know, what else can I say about an AK? Haters are gonna hate, but an AK is a fantastic gun. I love shooting this thing, and it was a must for my collection, and I think it should be for yours as well. Honestly, AKs just have some kind of like, they've got soul. There's something about them. Plus, they're just beautiful, sexy rifles. I mean, take a look at that thing. You're gonna love one. Make sure you get yourself an AK. Coming in at 3.2-inch barrel length and a 12-round capacity, the Taurus, very easy to conceal, but still pretty dang shootable. Number 3 on the list, and now we're getting into practicality. Get yourself a double stack 9mm subcompact polymer frame striker fired pistol. The Wonder 9s, you know what I mean? You want something that you can carry concealed comfortably, that has good capacity, and that's reliable. There are plenty of them out there. There's, you know, the Shield Plus from Smith & Wesson, the P365 from Sauer. There's a ton of options on the market these days. It's one of the hottest selling things in the gun market are the Wonder 9s, or the, you know, just micro compact, subcompact, striker fired 9mm. This one is a Taurus G2c. It's got a capacity of 12+1. And this thing has been very reliable for me. Not super expensive. I can carry it in a holster and it literally disappears. It's got a 3.2-inch barrel and I feel super comfortable carrying this thing. It doesn't print at all. And, you know, it's just, you get you one of these. You need to have something that you can carry comfortably. You can try carrying a bigger gun, and yeah, you probably could shoot a bigger gun, you know, more confidently than something this size. But can you carry it comfortably and not print and, you know, not feel like your pants are going to be dragging down? Get you something like this. It just, you know, of all my guns, this is the one that I carry on me every single day. And there's a reason for that, because I can do that comfortably. But make sure you practice with it. Even if it's not your favorite gun to shoot, practice, practice, practice. Make sure you're confident with it and that you feel, you know, well armed when you're carrying. And number 2 on the list, you know it, is the AR-15. This is America's rifle or pistol, depending on what you want to get. Whether it's a 16-inch barreled AR-15 rifle or something shorter like this 11.5-inch barrel AR-15 pistol, make sure you get an AR-15. Honestly, there's nothing better. This is America's rifle for a reason. And no, AR does not stand for assault rifle. It stands for Armalite rifle. But it might as well stand for America's rifle. This thing is easy to shoot, it's reliable, it's accurate, and it's modular. You can set it up however you want. This rifle did not look anything like this when I bought it. And that's one of the things that's the most fun about the AR-15 platform, is customizing it and modding it and making it your rifle or pistol. AR-15s do come in rifle or pistol or SBR configuration, and I do have a video all about that. You can watch that. It's AR-15 pistol versus rifle, I believe, whatever it is. Take a look at that video if you need to know more about that. But they're just so customizable, so it's like Legos for adults. You can do so much with them. You know, if you're going to use one for home defense, make sure you put a weapon-mounted light on it. I like a red dot for close quarters kind of stuff. You can put a magnified optic on it. You can change out your grips, there's a pistol brace, but your stocks, your optics, your charging handle, your sights, anything you want, and you can make this rifle or pistol exactly the way you want it to be. It's super easy to shoot. 223, 5.56 is a very low recoiling caliber, but it's extremely effective. And it's effective out to a pretty good distance as well. Take your time, learn everything you can about it, and build yourself or buy and then mod yourself an AR-15 that is exactly what you want. And I promise you will be extremely happy with it. Honestly, it's kind of addictive. I've got a couple and I'm looking to get more. And the number one gun on my list of guns that everyone should own is a full-size polymer frame striker-fired pistol. This one right here is an M&P 2.0 by Smith & Wesson. It's got a 4¼ inch barrel, 17 round capacity, and I've obviously customized mine quite a bit. I got it milled for a red dot, Cerakote, got a light on it, put an Apex trigger in it, and that's the thing. Striker-fired guns aren't known for having necessarily the best triggers, especially compared to something like a 1911, but you can make it have a really good trigger. Check this out. A little bit of very, very smooth take-up. Check out that break. Reset, break. I mean, the trigger on this thing is just amazing. And with the light and the red dot, this is a perfect home defense gun. It sits in a fast access safe right by my bed. As much as I want to believe that my AR pistol is going to be my home defense go-to, this is going to be easier to get to quickly if I ever have to use it. This is probably what's going to be in my hand. With the red dot, you can be target focused. With the light, you have positive target identification. And if you practice with it enough, you're going to be really good with it. High capacity, 9mm, you can load it up with hollow points and be very well armed. This thing is as reliable as any gun there is. And I don't just mean an M&P. Get yourself a Glock, Glock 19, Glock 17, a CZ P10C. Get any number of polymer frame striker-fired pistols. But make sure you do your research and get a good one that you know is going to be reliable, and one that you're going to practice with, one that feels good to you. I really like the M&P for a lot of reasons. It's got a really great grip angle. It just feels comfortable and natural to me. And I think it's a good looking gun for a modern striker fired gun, polymer. It doesn't have the same kind of class as like a 1911, but it, you can get one that looks good. But besides looks, it's just going to be something that's extremely reliable. It just makes sense. This is the gun that everyone should own. If you really need to and it's your only gun, you can carry it. Now, this is a little big to carry in my opinion, but it's definitely doable. I know plenty of people that carry full-size handguns. Most of them do it appendix, and it can be done for sure. And this can also do most of the things that as far as defending your home, your life and liberty, a gun like this will do that for you. So I think, it might not be the most exciting gun in the world, although I gotta admit, after doing everything I have to this one, I love this gun. But honestly, it's the one that makes the most sense, and everyone should own a gun like this. Now, I do have a couple of honorable mentions, and I don't have them here with me, but those are going to be a 12 gauge shotgun and a pistol caliber carbine. Now, the reason I don't have a shotgun, for one thing, they just don't excite me all that much, but they are very practical. They can be a great thing for home defense, although, in my opinion, not quite as good as something like an AR pistol or even my M&P 2.0 or some kind of handgun like that. But with the different kinds of loads, and there are many available, you can really use a shotgun for a lot of different things. And, you know, a Remington 870 or a Mossberg 500 or any number of 12 gauge shotguns, as long as you get one that's reliable, can be a great thing for home defense, for bird hunting, for a ton of different things. And eventually, I'm sure I will get one. My other honorable mention is a pistol caliber carbine, and I do plan on getting one very soon. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to build out an Aero Precision EPC9 or if I want to get something already made from Palmetto State Armory, just because it's really hard to beat the price, and from what I've seen, they seem to be really reliable. So those are my honorable mentions. Now, tell me what you guys think. I want to ask you a question, and help me out in the comments. So I'm looking to get my next firearm, and I want it to be something that I want, but also something that you guys want to see on the channel. I've got an opportunity right now to possibly sell my mil-spec 1911 and get a much higher end 1911. It's a Springfield Ronin. It is in 9mm instead of 45 ACP, but from what I've seen, it's extremely soft shooting, has a little bit higher capacity, and still very reliable, but it's just a beautiful 1911. The other things I'm looking at would be a pistol caliber carbine, whether it is the EPC9 that I would probably get a builder's kit and build out myself from Aero Precision, or a Palmetto State Armory, either the PX9 or they have, the ARV. I kind of like the ARV because it uses, curved mags, instead of Glock mags. To me, I just think it looks a little better. But, there's a lot to be said for Glock mags. And if I get something with Glock mags, that will, have compatibility to possible guns I'll get in the future, because the third one I'm thinking about getting is a Palmetto State Armory dagger. At this point, they've got daggers out that have all this cool stuff you want, all the stuff that I spent so much money doing to my M&P. You can get a dagger for like $400, optics ready, with a threaded barrel, with a Cerakoted slide with, cuts in it and everything for a really good deal. And it's a Gen 3 Glock 19 clone, and so it's extremely reliable and works with all Gen 3 Glock 19 parts. And so that's really, really tempting, even though of the three of those, it's probably the one I need the least because, I've got stuff like that. But of those three, whether the PSA dagger, whether the Springfield Ronin in 9mm, or a pistol caliber carbine, tell me what you guys think I should get next for the channel. I would really appreciate that. Besides that, please like, share this video, and please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow the channel, and so that I don't have to sell guns in order to get new guns for the channel, please consider joining Patreon. I'll have a link down below. I also have an Amazon affiliate link. I'm going to have, gun-related stuff on there. But honestly, if you click the link, anything you purchase within the next 24 hours from Amazon gives the channel a kickback, helps with guns, ammo, anything else, and it's greatly appreciated. So anyway, I hope you liked what I think are the top 5 guns that everyone should own from Sawtooth Tactical. Stay strapped or get clapped.